Hey guys, back with another review. Just finished up that review of the WC cushions, but today I'm going to be talking to you guys about the actual headset itself, going more into depth about this entire headset right here. So, what I've realized, what I like, what I don't like over the last um, couple weeks that I've had it. So, I'm going to go with what I do like, what some positives are for sure. Um, One of the positives is the sound quality. Sound quality is fucking just phenomenal. There's nothing that matches it in my opinion. I think that this is the best headset sounding quality. Besides for I forgot what Sony headset is, but for gaming wise, video wise, music wise, it when you customize it on the Corsair app and on the Dolby Atmos, a mixture of both of those make this entire headset sound fucking phenomenal. Um, Another thing that I really, really like is being able to connect my phone and the computer at the same time. So if I'm on call on my phone, it doesn't affect anything that I'm doing on my computer. It doesn't take it away from what game I'm playing, what I'm doing on there. I just hook it up to the headset and I'm doing just fine. I can even play music on there or watch a YouTube video on there without it affecting on here. Though that's kind of pointless, but um it's just the niceness of it, if you have to for instance, if you have to go take a shit when you're gaming, you can keep these suckers on. You can hear everything on Discord, everyone that's talking and whatnot like that. But you can doom scroll on Instagram or TikTok, and you can listen to all your stuff that you're listening to, and it doesn't affect anything. You can still hear everyone in Discord, um, and that is one of the best parts about it. But another thing that is amazing is the detachable mic. Though I don't use that mic, I've tried it out. It doesn't sound bad. Obviously, this mic quality sounds a lot better. It's an XLR mic. It's made just for being a mic. Um, but for it being a headset mic, I would say it is probably one of the best. Um, I think that it sounds amazing. It functions perfectly. Um, the battery life on this thing, though, another reason why I got it compared to the other one, I forgot what the other model was. Um, but the other model had like the one that was below this one. It's like $160 or something like that, maybe $200. Um, Battery life is only like 20 hours. And I looked at that, I was like, that's kind of shit, You pretty much can only play on it for one day. And after it, you're going to have to charge it. Every time that you use your computer, you're going to have to charge it. And I didn't really like that. Compared to this one that has like a 60-hour battery life, I accidentally fell asleep in the living room the other night. And this was on the entire night into the morning, um, still playing stuff from like YouTube or whatnot. Wasn't even close to the battery dying. That is something that I've never had before, um, which is really fucking phenomenal. So, but those are definitely my tops about this entire headset. Um, then let's go into the negatives that I don't really like about this headset after using it for 2 weeks. Um, I don't really like the fact that this headset is so, even with these upgraded cushions, as you can see when I put it on, you can see right up here it's not as cushioned. Maybe if it does fit your head really well. I will not lie. Its comfort is, there's better headsets. There's lighter headset. There's better headsets, and I understand why it fits so tight to your head. It's to immerse you in the game. I do understand that, and it's a mixture that the headset's heavy itself. So it's an odd one, but it's either you pick the high quality sound, that has all these features and everything, that has all the tech in it, over something that doesn't really sound as good, but it's lighter on your head. It feels a little bit better. It's hard to get it for this price. You can spend over $500 and get both of those, but for spending around 300, it doesn't get much better than that. Definitely. And I will not lie, having a smaller face, I do have a smaller face. I do have a narrower face, so you can feel right here. You see exactly where the pressure is putting on this headset for sure. I never have any complaints around my upper ear. It's below the ear, right here where my jaw. You can feel it after hours because it's right where the jaw ends. So if you have a little bit of a smaller face or a narrow face, it's give or take. You could love this headset, but I would say for somebody who has a little bit of a bigger face, um, a longer face, something like that, this headset would be very comfortable for you. I don't think you'd really have a problem with it. But for me, I can only wear it for so long before I'm like, man, like this is starting to hurt my head. Um, this is starting to hurt right here. You can feel it after hours because it's right where your jaw ends. This is where I feel it from right here down to right here. So, um, though it has its perks, does have its flaws too. Everything has its flaws though. I think that the perks outweigh the flaws though. Comfort wise, you can get used to it. Now that I broke these cushions in, it's a lot more bearable. Compared to the original ones, and these are a lot more cool and breathable compared to the first ones. It's just like this. If it focuses, which it doesn't seem like it wants to. There it goes. You can see it's got like that mesh at the top, which is breathable, but it also gets really hot. You'd think it'd be more breathable than it is. It's not. Um, though it has good cushioning on the top, and the cushions weren't bad, but I had the money. It's like $20. $20 to get these cushions, and it'll be another like $10 to get something that goes over it, which I'm probably gonna get that and do a review on it because I want my headset to be comfortable. If I spent like $300 on it, you'd want it to be comfortable. You want to use it. You want to love it. You don't want to buy it and not love it. So that's my personal opinion. I'm not gonna sugarcoat this. I'm not sponsored by anybody. This is just a gamer that loves the game, loves sound. I have for instance, if anyone wants to get any sort of sound quality that's a speaker, the Arena 7s and 9s, SteelSeries Arena 7s and 9, I've had them for a long time. It has a subwoofer. It has a subwoofer with it. It comes with the Arena 7s at least, come with two speakers that you can put on either side. With the subwoofer, it plugs into there. I have the bass on low. I'm an upstairs neighbor. You can't be too much. But the bass, it is amazing when you're playing a realistic shooter like Ready or Not, or if you're playing any sort of game like that. It's phenomenal. I know this isn't a video about the Arena 7s, but if I had a designated room for gaming and not a living room, I'm telling you right now, I'd sell my Arena 7s and get Arena 9s, just because it has an extra one that's right in the middle, and it comes with two extra speakers that are meant for the back right here, so you have full immersion surround sound and a little bit of a bigger subwoofer. So I would definitely say, like, man, like if you don't like using headphones, like I don't personally like using headphones. I only got these because my gaming setup is not in my room anymore. I live in an apartment now with my girlfriend, and when she's wanting to watch a movie, we have surround sound as well. We have full surround sound for the TV. So when I'm trying to play and there's these speakers right here next to a speaker and a speaker, it gets frustrating for both of us because all I can hear is a TV and all she can hear is my speakers. So getting something that balances it out where I still get that full immersion in the game that sounds realistic, that sounds nice, that feels good. I like feeling the sound. That's why I use the speakers. You can feel it in the desk. You can feel it in your feet when somebody's shooting at you. It's amazing. Though that has nothing to do with this review. Just wanted to throw it out there because I love them. And if anyone is looking for speakers as well, perfect. I have never heard any better ones that are is crystal clear. It's never had any technology errors. I would just recommend it myself for anybody. So back to the Virtuoso Maxes. You can see they're very stiff. They're very stiff. They don't like this. They don't drop down like a lot of other headsets would. So, if you like the stiffness, perfect. If you have a little bit of a bigger face, where right here, it stays out for a little bit longer. More of a square face. These are perfect for you. For somebody like me, I eventually would probably get new ones later down the line when they come out with newer, better ones. Something that's on par with this, but comfort-wise is a little bit better for still a reasonable price. I'm gonna get something better. I'm not gonna sugarcoat. I'm not gonna lie. So, but thank you guys for watching this. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave it in the comments. I'm gonna do a short little video about these maxes, and I'm gonna post it on TikTok as well. I can add my TikTok in below for anyone who wants to watch and just doom scrolling on TikTok. You can see exactly what it is, but more summed up in a 30-second video. But thank you to everyone who watches this and enjoys it. Please let me know if I missed anything that you guys want me to cover in a separate video. I think I got everything. I'm going to do a couple more reviews today. You guys can check those out on my TikTok or on here. Thank you guys so much. Have a great rest of your day, and I will talk to you guys later.